the truth of our nature, when we can start to examine the world that we're living in, is essentially, it's a different frequency. So we're born into this world at a high frequency. We can look at this as children. We have this abundance of, we can say an abundance of frequency, but we have this different energy. And we need to start to become aware that this energy is essentially more closer to its natural resonating form of happiness, love, joy. You know, when we're kids, we often, we share this glow. And then what we find is that the world that we're living in, as it's essentially a frequency, or at least this modern world, I mean, the world most of us grow up in, it kind of feeds off of our high vibrating, or our high state of being. It feeds off of it, and then by the end of this life, we often are just lifeless, because the world's essentially used our true source, or our true being, and just essentially just fed off of it our whole life. It's pretty brutal, but there's you know, we just look at children, for example, and see how much joy they have, and then slowly as they grow up, they lose the joy, they lose the happiness, and they replace it with the concept that they will eventually find happiness and find joy. It's pretty screwed up. So basically what happens is that the child comes into the reality of this world, which is a lower vibrating frequency, realizes that, or more so is convinced that it can't sustain its high vibrating frequency, because of children, they get all these goals and want to do these things that will continue this high vibrating frequency, which they can do, but the world's pushing them down, causing limitation, telling them that they can't do these things because this is the world, the low vibration, the vibrational world pushing them down. And then eventually we're suppressed, we're contained, and then we feel like, well, most of us want to escape from it, but we don't know how to escape from it. And we eventually, some of us build the self-confidence to escape from it and do the things that we love to do, or do the things that we feel will grant us the sense of divine charity, or what we feel that's good for the world, and then we give it, and then we then receive. But a lot of us, we just get caught in this suppressional state, of which we're living in the paradigm of limitation. And it's this limitation, or this paradigm of limitation, which isn't true to our nature. We are beings of high vibrational entity, and we're essentially being imprisoned within a false identity, or a false reality of limitation. We feel that when we're in this world, we're limited to what we can achieve or what we can do, and this is where we go wrong, because we don't need to choose to obey by this belief system. And most importantly, if we have children, we can raise these children truly convincing them that they can do anything that they want, that they can achieve anything that they want. Because this is the true power of our existence, is we can. And a lot of us who gain self-confidence later on in life start to understand this, and they do the things that they always wanted to do, because they understand that they could always do them. It was just our environment, and the environment of the environment, i.e. friends or family that were once raised in this world and also convinced of this false limitation. So eventually we start to achieve the things that we love to do, and we start to resonate back with our true identity, which is ultimately infinite possibility, infinite love, infinite joy, infinite happiness.